Hello, and welcome my lovely Padawans to yet another deck profile, and in this video we will be taking a look at my Elemental Energy TCG set only, used cards only from the Elemental Energy set deck, which I made from 15 random packs that I opened on Yu-Gi-Oh! Online Pack Simulator website. It is actually a really fun deck to play with, and unlike the one that I made from the previous set, which was kind of underwhelming, this one is actually really fun because it introduced a nice set of cards, and this time around we can actually use extra deck monsters like the VW Tiger Catapult, because it's a fusion monster. However, it's one of those special condition fusion monsters that allows you to to fusion summon it without using polymerization. You just need to have one V-Tiger Jet and one W-Wing Catapult on your field, and you can pretty much banish them and fusion summon the VW Tiger Catapult, which is actually not a bad fusion monster. It's not perfect, but it's okay. I mean, it's not an elemental hero or whatever. Although I have one elemental hero Wild Edge, I do not have polymerization to fusion summon him, even though I have his materials in the main deck. Anyway, as for the main deck, we have 3 copies of is it Zure or Zur? Let's call him Zure, Knight of Dark World. Pretty much a straightforward fiend, normal monster, nothing too special. Then 3 copies of the V-Tiger Jet. This is one of the cards you're going to be using to summon these guys. 1 copy of Elemental Hero Blade Edge, which is like the boss monster of the main deck. 1 copy of the BES Tetron, which is actually a really nice card. You can defend yourself quite a bit with this one. 1 copy of Silver Warlord of Dark World. 3 copies of the Familiar Possessed Heater, which is a nice level 4 fire monster. 1 copy of the Familiar Possessed Win. 2 copies of the Familiar Possessed Ausa. And 3 copies of the Familiar Possessed Area. So these are all the Familiar Possessed cards. They were obviously introduced in the TCG Yu-Gi-Oh! With this set. 1 copy of the Brawn, Mad King of Dark World. And then 1 copy of the Nano Breaker, which is a really nice art on it, like a woman with some dope armor and fucking... Is that a sword or some kind of spear? Maybe a lance? Looks like a magical lance. 3 copies of a very commonly used even today in modern Dark World decks, Beige Vanguard of Dark World. Then 2 copies of the Elemental Hero Wildheart. 2 copies of the W-Wing Catapult, which is to be combined with the V-Tiger Jet. Sadly, I did not get 3 of these, but I got 3 V-Tiger Jets, Anyway, 3 copies of Bro, Huntsman of Dark World, yet another Dark World monster used even today. And last but not least, Scar, the Scout of Dark World. Then for spells, we have 2 copies of Gateway to Dark World, which are gonna, obviously make plays with the Dark World monsters in the deck. Then for traps, we have Chthonian Blast, the Forces of Darkness, which is a Dark World trap card. Chthonian Polymer. Unfortunately, I don't have a Chthonian monsters, but this is a very nice thing since this deck is going to play against itself. When your opponent will be able to summon the VW Tiger Catapult, you can steal it. And then 3 copies of the Simultaneous Loss. It's a very fun card. Pretty much when you activate it, each player sends the top of their deck to the graveyard. Pretty much you mill both players 1 card. And last but not least, the final trap is 1 copy of the non-fusion area. If you want to be cheeky, and completely prevent any fusion plays. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this deck profile, my lovely Padawans. I will see you in the next video, where we will see the next set deck. And until then, may the Force be with you, always.